have achieved, you are now ready to move on to the next cycle. Amen. You are ready to move on to the next move. You are ready to conquer more territories. Praise the Lord. Hallelujah. God is good. You are ready to conquer, or you are tired? You are satisfied, Pastor? No. My good brother, there is still more now to conquer. 10 years is very small. There are a number of years ahead of us. We must be prepared, isn't it? We must be ready to move on. We must allow the Spirit of God to speak to us, to give us the direction, to tell us which way should we go. Amen. Why do I say so? Because this is not our journey. Amen. It is not our journey. It is His journey. Hallelujah. For we do not know the way, but we have someone who knows the way, who has gone ahead of us. Praise the Lord. Hallelujah. And His name is Yeshua, Jesus the Christ. He's gone ahead of us. He cannot ask us to start a journey that He has not gone through Himself. Hallelujah. And therefore we are confident that we are going to make it, because we are not alone. We are walking with Him. He is ahead of us. Praise the Lord. I like the theme of your celebration. Isaiah 38 verse 6. Is my English okay? You can get me? But I need to speak the Jamaican. Amen. Can I try? Never. I will fail from the first sentence. So let me stick to the language that I'm used to. I said I like your theme, and I will deliver you and this city. Hallelujah. And I will deliver you. I will deliver you, my sister. But not alone. Not alone. You need the city. You need the territory. I will deliver you together with this city. What a name, Bishop. That is inspired. This is not from man. It is from our God. He is making a statement. He is pronouncing Himself. He is giving us direction and instructions as to where He wants us to go and how He wants us to go there. Bishop, yesterday when I was seated in your office, I am not a prophet, or rather, I don't operate in the office of a prophet. Okay? So do not expect me to prophesy over your life. Praise God. Hallelujah. But the prophetic anointing falls on me at times. Hallelujah. And when that anointing comes, I do prophesy. And I believe yesterday as I was seated in her office, and I asked the Lord, I had even forgotten the theme of the celebration. And I was seated there and asked the Lord, what is that one word that I need to hear from you concerning this house? Surprisingly enough, this is what I heard. Tell them, I will give them this country. Reason? If they are willing to work hard for it. Did you get it? The Lord had promised to give you, to deliver you, together with His city. He is extending that to the country. Okay? But there is a condition. If they are willing to work hard for it. Come on. So there are 3 people who believe what I'm saying. There's 2 or there's still 3 or 4 who believe it. Your people want to sit in the country. They don't want the healers. They don't want the fathers. Come on. You are scared of scaling the hills? Are you scared of climbing the hills and the valleys of Jamaica? You want to stay in the city because there is comfort in the city? The Lord wants to give you the country. Don't go for less. Go for the whole of it. Come on. The Lord wants to give you the country. Why does the Lord want to give you the country? I want you to know one thing. The Bible says the earth belongs to who? To the Lord, isn't it? The earth belongs to the Lord. And everything therein, isn't it? That's Psalms what? 24. Okay, you can go and look for the verses. And we don't have the time to read through. And then he also says, heavens, or the heavens of heavens, is the Lord's. Heavens, or the heavens of heavens, belongs to the Lord. But again he said, but the earth He has given to the children of men. Come on. Are you hearing me? The earth belongs to who?
God.
To the Lord and everything therein. Does the earth include Jamaica? Does the earth include Kingston? What do you call this place? Portmore. Does the earth include Portmore? Yes. Does the earth include United States of America? Yes. Does the earth include Kenya? Yes. The earth is the Lord's and everything therein. Jamaica belongs to God. He holds the title deed for Jamaica. The title deed for Jamaica is not with the government of the Republic of Jamaica. The real deed is in heaven with the owner. But the Bible says He gives it to whoever He wills. So He chose to give Jamaica to Jamaicans. Praise the Lord. Although most of you came from Africa. By the way, greetings from motherland. I'm still willing to go with me back to Africa. Come on. You guys, you are from Africa. You look like us. Even if you deny us, you look like us. It's only that you speak a little bit different. Yeah? You speak faster, in the funny language. Yeah, because you lost your mother. I don't worry, you come back. And everything is restored. You come back, isn't it? And you guys look like us. If I was telling her, if she comes to Kenya, she'll be mistaken to be a Kenyan. In fact, people will speak to her in Swahili. Because she just looks like us. My sister just look like them. You look like them. My brother, you look like a guy called Kimani that I know. God bless you. The point I'm trying to make is, the Lord has placed us here for a purpose. You are not here by mistake. That is why you are not in America. I know there are some of you that would have wished, that I was born in America. Come on. You don't know what you're wishing. Because probably you'll be dead. You have been shot, discriminated against. Yeah? Thank God you're in Jamaica. Because that's where God wants you to be. diligence. You pursue what you want to do. You earn in more hours. You are not mediocre. You are not late for assignments. Come on. Commendation to your bishop. Listening to her profile. Come on, this is a great woman. She has achieved a lot. I was wondering whether she's sleeping. Right now she's reading. She's working hard. That's why she's earning all those accolades. You cannot earn anything by doing nothing. You will earn nothing if you input nothing, isn't it? You will earn something if you put something into it. You will earn more if you put more into it. And if you continue putting more and more and more and more, your earning increases, 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 increases. Hallelujah. I told you the others belong to who? To the Lord. And everything he what? They are in. And he has given it to you and to me. He established it. The Bible says again, I like the scriptures. Isaiah 45:18. He established it. He created it, not in vain. He formed it to be inhabited. Hallelujah. He created the earth. He formed it, not in vain. God is not a joker. He does not just create things for nothing. He creates everything for a purpose. He said he created the earth to be inhabited. That is why we live on earth. Praise the Lord. Because we must inhabit the earth. And every portion of it, he directs and he decides who is going to occupy. Now, I'm telling you this because for you, hallelujah, for you to be able to receive that word, the promise that God has said, he will give you the country. For you to get the country, you need to understand that there is a portion that, my sister, you will need to inhabit. You will need to occupy. Each one of us has a place on this earth. Each one of us has a place in Jamaica to occupy. Amen. My sister, you have a place in Jamaica to occupy. Amen. And it is the high time you start asking the Lord, yes, God, you said, you've given us the country. Where is my portion? Where is my piece of land? Where is my portion, Lord? Glory be to God. Hallelujah. Sure, you're wondering, where is he getting it? How do we take this city? But before we do that, can you turn with me so that you may not accuse me of never reading the Bible? The preacher one day quoted verses that he never read. Now listen, I'm going to read the book of Acts. The book of Acts, Acts chapter 17. Acts chapter 17. I'll read from verse 24. Are you there? Right, let's read together. Okay, let me read for you. No, let's not read together. Just follow as I read to save time. The God who made the world and everything in it, being Lord of heaven and earth does not live in temples made by men. Please tell your neighbor, the Lord does not live in temples made by men. Nor is he served by human hands, as though he needed anything, since he himself gives to all mankind life and bread and everything. And he made from one man every nation of mankind to live on all the face of the earth, having determined allotted periods and the boundaries of their dwelling place, that they should seek God and perhaps feel their way toward him and find him. Yet he is actually not far from each one of us. For in him we live and move and have our being. Praise the Lord. Thank you, man. This is up. You need to pray for me. I need some more cooling. Thank you, Lord. Thank you, Lord. I need to come here. Praise the Lord. My city is not hot. Nairobi is not hot. It's actually in the middle of the country. So our hot city, Mombasa, is the one that is like Kingston. That's a hot city, but where I live, it's not hot. So I'm not used to this kind of weather. So when you see me sweating, it's not that I'm not scared. It is the weather. All right, we've just read. Now, my notes. The weed has taken them off. All right, we've learned this. God who made the world and everything in it, being Lord of heaven and earth, does not live in temples made by men. Which means God does not live in buildings. You agree with me? This is a fantastic building. And I've seen more better buildings around. Temples, churches. But I want to tell you something. God does not live in any of those buildings. He cannot be contained in a building. He is larger than life itself. And if he is larger than life, it means he is larger than material things. So we cannot contain him in buildings. Right? So he cannot be contained in a building. But he must be contained somewhere. And we need to ask ourselves, then where is he? Where should he be contained? Because he says he cannot be contained in a building. Nor is he served by human hands, as though he needed anything, since he himself gives all mankind life and bread and everything. We owe it to him. So really, we cannot give him anything to win him, because he has everything. He has diamond, he has gold, he has oil, he has all type of foods. He has all the dollars and the pounds and the shillings. All the wealth of the earth belongs to him, because the earth is his, isn't it? And everything therein. Therefore, he cannot be contained by any human being. Yet, there is a place that he loves, and he lives in that place. Praise the Lord. Hallelujah. I know you're wondering, where does he live? Some of you will tell me he is in heaven. Wow. he cannot be contained in heaven. He is larger than heaven. Or you think God can be contained in heaven? He is larger than heaven. So where can he be contained? He is bigger than anything else. As a matter of fact, he says, when you try to describe him, they say heaven is his throne. And the earth is what? His footstool, isn't it? So he is seated in heaven, but his legs are stepping on the earth. Now tell me, who can be able to contain him then? This God is great. He is also wonderful. And he is also mysterious. Why do I say so? Let's continue to read. And he made from one man every nation of mankind to live on all the face of the earth. From one man, he has populated the entire earth. We are now billions, 7 plus billions, and we are still adding. Human beings are trying to kill each other to reduce the population. But I can tell you something. There is no way man can be able to overcome and to overpower the plan and the purposes of God. Those numbers will continue going up until when the Lord says, now enough is enough. So we cannot contain him. He is in charge, having determined allotted periods, that's times and boundaries of their dwelling place. That's why Jamaica has boundaries. Praise God. And their seasons. Today, Jamaica is inhabited by you who is on earth today. So it was appointed that at this season of time, you will be in Jamaica. You will be the one in church. You will be the one the Lord wants to use. Amen. That's why you are here and you're not in New York. Amen. It is not that God has not asked you to place you in Jamaica and not in New York. The New Yorkers are not better creatures than God, than you. Amen. As far as God is concerned, they are there for a purpose also. Amen. They have an assignment to fulfill. You have an assignment. And they cannot fulfill your assignment in Jamaica. Neither can you fulfill their assignment in New York if you try to relocate unless the Lord tells you to go. Amen. Praise the Lord. Why does he do that? That they should seek God. Tell your neighbor. That they should seek God. The reason why God has placed us in different places, allotted us, set boundaries, placed us in various places in different seasons, is so that each one of us, wherever we are, we will seek God. Amen. Your assignment, your mission in Jamaica today, it is to seek God. Amen. And find him. Hallelujah. Hallelujah. That's why you're in Jamaica. That's why you are here today. You are not an accident. Amen. You are not an accident. You are here for a purpose. God has designed that you'll be here. That's why you didn't die yesterday. You are still alive today. Because you have a mission to accomplish. But you think there are no people who died yesterday? There are people who died yesterday in Jamaica. For your information, there are people who died this morning in Jamaica. Let me shock you. As you sit there is someone who has died in Jamaica. But you're still alive. Because you have an assignment. You will not die until you finish your assignment. You cannot die until you finish your assignment. You have an assignment. And you need to make sure you do not die before you finish your assignment. Because if you die, who will finish your assignment? If you go to the grave with an assignment that is not completed, shall we come to the grave to ask you, what did you not accomplish? No. So please don't die before you finish your assignment. Don't die before you conquer the wrath
Hallelujah.
I hope you're getting something. That they should seek God and perhaps feel their way toward Him and find Him. Seek God, and as you seek Him, perhaps you'll feel your way. Okay? You will know the way. When you seek Him, you will know the way. Amen. Hallelujah.
Hallelujah.
What does the Bible say? Seek and you will
knock.
It is those who seek that will find. Now He is telling us the purpose for you being where you are today. It is so that you may seek Him. And as you seek Him, perhaps you'll find the way and get to where He is. Which means there is an assignment. There is some work to be done. He cannot be found by a sister who is seated down and does nothing else except sitting. She's not an intercessor. She doesn't read her Bible. She doesn't pay her tithe. I'm not talking about you. I'm only using you as an example. I know you're a woman of God. Amen? Praise the Lord. Someone has to do something to be able to get somewhere. The biggest problem, Bishop, that we have today is that we have members who do not want to go somewhere. They are comfortable seated. They are happy to come and find the worship going on, and they join in and enjoy the song. And they will go home saying, today the anointing came down. But when they go to their house, it is business as usual. Pain, struggle, trouble. Because they left God in the house. Because they only find Him in the house, in church. But when they leave that door, they can't find Him anywhere else. Why? Because they do not seek Him. I told you there is an assignment. There is some work to be done. He cannot be found by those who do not seek Him. It is those that will seek Him who perhaps will find a way. And in the process, they may get where they are, where He is. So there is some work to be done, my sister. It is not enough to dwell under the anointing of the bishop. Yes, you will come and I thank God. I didn't know that you are great to worship. Now I know another part of it. Oh, may the Lord give me that anointing of a worshiper. Oh, I love that. I love that. I love that. You cannot be satisfied only with the anointing that she carries. Because there is limitation. Are you getting the point? If I have to find God for you, you can only get Him to the level that I have found Him. Are you agreeing with me?
Hallelujah.
If we are to depend on our bishop and we trust and believe in Him, but if we are to depend on her, we will only get to the level where she is. That's not bad, isn't it? That's not bad. It's good enough, isn't it? But come on, some of you have been called to go higher than where she has reached.
Hallelujah.
I now have talked to my mother on my language. You know what I say? What type of people are you? I'm saying something and you're not getting excited. I say this. There are some of you seated here. Okay? Seated here today. The Lord would want you to go beyond where Bishop has reached or where she reached. God is not jealousy. And the ministers who know God are not jealous. I would love to see my members go higher than where I am. I told you I'm not a prophet. I told you I'm not a prophet, but I'm a prophet in my house. Who submit to me. They recognize the anointing because I'm the apostle in charge of the house. I have prophets in the house who prophesy. And God uses them even to prophesy over my life. and over the life of my children, not over the church. But they submit under me. I am not jealous of them that they operate in a gift that I don't operate in. You get the point? Because all these gifts are given to the church, to the body, to benefit all of us. God will not give you a gift of a prophecy so that you can prophesy to yourself. Are you getting my point? So it is not for you. You do not need to prophesy to yourself. As a matter of fact, let me tell you, prophets, those who operate in prophecy, they struggle to get a word for themselves. They go to others and say, man of God, is the Lord saying anything about you? But man of God, you have just prophesied over the church. You have just prophesied over that sister. Why? Because if God makes you self-contained, you know what self-contained? You live in houses that are self-contained. You know what's a house that is self-contained? When you enter into that house, you do not go out for anything. You need water, it is in the house. You need a washroom, it is in the house. You need a bathroom, it is in the house. Now, not in the other room, in your room. That is what we call in Kenya self-contained. Yeah? Not when you have one toilet for all of us in one house. When every room has washrooms. Yeah? When every room has what you need. And there are some of them that even have kitchens. You have a bedroom, it has a kitchen. You can wake up at night and make coffee. That's a self-contained house. Now, God does not want us to become self-contained. My sister, you know why? Because you will get puffed up. You will be proud. Let's be very honest. Man is a very proud being. If you have everything, you will ask, then what do I need? Why should I go to church? Why should I go to the bishop? I can prophesy to myself. I can deliver myself. I can heal myself. I can save myself. Huh? The Lord will not allow us to do that. We need each other. If we are to take this country, unity is key. Unity is key. You cannot be in a battle and you're not together with the other battalion. You've got to be part of the battalion, and you have a leader, a commander that you submit to. Even if you're the best warrior, you still need instruction, and you still need to belong. So make sure you belong. Do not say, for me, I have everything. God is using me. I am operating under His anointing. Where? That's a mistake. That's a plan of the devil to alienate you, separate you from others, and then destroy you when you are alone. I come from a country where there were wild animals. A lot of lions, wherever. That Kenya is the country to go. Okay? Now, when a lion wants to catch a buffalo, and a buffalo is very big, you know that. Yeah? So a lion cannot dare a buffalo. And especially when the buffalo is surrounded by other buffaloes. But what a lion does, it follows the herd from far. And it is trying to spot one that will be left behind. When it spots one that is left behind and she discovers the others are quite far, then the lion attacks that one. And the lion is able to bring down that buffalo and he will kill it. Be careful. Do not be a lone ranger. You need the others to be able to take the city. And you need a commander. That's why you need to submit under the bishop. That's why you need to operate under the ministries in the church. For us to move to the next level, and I thank God you are ordaining more ministers. They will be given assignments and responsibilities. So we need more people. We need leaders to guide us and to direct us. Praise the Lord.
Hallelujah.
I'm about to finish. Allow me to go back to the scriptures now. Remember I told you God does not dwell in
Buildings.
In temples made by men, isn't it? Then where does he dwell? In your heart, isn't it? Jesus said, it is expedient, it is important that I go to the Father, so that when I go, we shall come back and dwell in you through the Holy Spirit. So God, who cannot be contained in houses, can be contained. My sister, praise the Lord. They may think you're small, but let me tell you, God cannot be contained in these buildings. He cannot be contained in this city, but He can be contained in the house. And He is happy to dwell there. If you create room for Him. God is looking, that's why He's saying, perhaps as they seek me, as they work hard, as they rely on me, then they will find me. And when they find me, they discover I am not outside them, for I am inside them. Many of us are going out looking for anointing in many places. Many of us are looking for preachers to touch you so that you can receive the anointing. Touch, touch, touch. Come on. He is not outside. He is inside you. Praise the Lord. So you too can be able to activate Him. If you seek Him, if you purpose to find Him, you will find Him. For those who seek Him, they find Him. Those who ask, they do what? They receive. Those who knock, the door shall open. But those who stay at the door and they are not knocking, no one is aware they are there. You can stay there the whole night. That door will not open. You can stay there, it can rain on you, you can cry, but unless you knock, the owner will never know there is somebody. How many of us are still standing at the door and we are not knocking? When you knock, the door shall open. Those who will seek Him, they shall find Him. Because He dwells in us. He finds comfort in us. His dwelling place is in us. He came to His own. And His own did what?
Not receive Him.
Did not receive Him. But those who received Him, what they became?
Sons.
They became the sons of God. And the light has shined. The glory of the Lord has come to us, isn't it? Through Him, we can activate the glory. Come on. This church has the capacity to do exploits. This church has the capacity to move mountains. This church has the capacity to bring salvation to the city. This church has the capacity to change things in Jamaica. How do we take the country and the city? We must be fully committed. Allow me, Bishop, quickly. 2 Kings chapter 13. Can we land there very quickly? There's something I want to say to us. 2 Kings chapter 13, very quickly. From verse 14. Allow me to read it very quickly. Now, when Elisha had fallen sick with the illness of which he was to die, Joash, king of Israel, went down to him and wept before him, crying, my father, the chariots of Israel and its horsemen. And Elisha said to him, take a bow and arrows. So he took a bow and arrows. Then he said to the king of Israel, Draw the bow. And he drew it. And Elisha said, and Elisha laid his hands on the king's hands. And he said, open the window eastward. And he opened it. Then Elisha said, shoot. And he shot. And he said, the Lord's arrow of victory. The arrow of victory over Syria. For you shall fight the Syrians in Aphek until you have made a net of them. I want you to notice something here. Elisha is sick. Elisha is about to die. Now come on, even prophets die. They don't live forever. They raise the dead, but they also die. And they can raise the dead even when they are dead.
That's right.
So death is not an enemy. You will die one day. But make sure when you die, you have accomplished your purpose. We will say she conquered. We will say she conquered the city. We will say this was her portion. She worked hard. These are the souls she brought the people. She was a worshiper. This is how she led worship. She was a prophetess. She prophesied. Her prophet came true. Her prophecies were true. She was an intercessor. She interceded. She prayed. And then she can die. She has accomplished her purpose. Elisha is about to die. But there is one fellow who is worried. There is a king who is concerned. His name is Joash. The Bible says Joash was an evil king. He did evil, that which against the Lord, like his forefathers. But we realize one thing. There was a man of God in the country. His name was Elisha. And he knew, because Elisha was there, as long as Elisha was there, Israel prospered. He was a king, yes, but he was a prophet. And the prosperity of the nation depended on the prophet, not the king. I want you to realize one thing. The Lord is not going to give this country to the politicians. That is why they have limited time. I don't know how many times your president runs here. In our country, he can only be elected two terms. 5 years. So he can only do 10 years. And he would never be elected president again. Even if he is the youngest. Once he finishes his term, he is gone. But a prophet has no expiry date. A prophet has no expiry date. Hallelujah. He hears instruction from God. Even on his deathbed, the king will still run to him to hear what the Lord says. And Joash runs to the king. And he is crying, now he is calling him, my father, my father. When he was alive, he was not calling him his father. Now that he is about to die, and he carries the keys to the success of the nation, they recognize what we do now. And Elisha did not have a successor like Elijah. You know that. Elisha did not have a successor. God had decided that way. We blame him. We say he should have trained Gehazi. No. Gehazi was not trainable. No, he was not trainable. Wow. Yeah? So Elisha will die, and there will be no prophet in Israel again, like Elisha. So the king is exposed. The nation is exposed. So he is there crying, my father, the chariots of Israel and its horsemen. He's saying, oh, you are the chariots of Israel. You are the tankers that we need. You are the warriors that we need. What is going to happen when you die? Come on. My prayer and desire is that among this church, there will be men and women that when their time to die comes, that the kings, the politicians, the leaders, the people who run to their bed, and they will say, my father, the chariots of Jamaica, what shall we do without you? Come on, that's what God is saying. If you work hard, if you're willing to pay the price, if you're willing to push the boundaries, if you're willing to intercede more time, if you're willing to spend more time in prayer, to pray, to travail, army of the Lord. Look at this fellow. Joash, wicked as he is, God is gracious and merciful. Elisha tells him, take a bow. And open the window. And Elisha helps him to shoot. Now shoot. And he shot. And the arrow goes. And Elisha says, now, this is what it is. He said to the king of Israel. And he said, open, okay, shoot, and he shot. And he said, the Lord's arrow of victory. That arrow that went out, aided by the man of God, but shot by the king. The king tells him, it is the Lord's arrow of victory. The arrow of victory over Syria. In other words, what the Lord is saying, Elisha was telling the king, look, I'm going. But if you follow the instructions, God has not gone anywhere. I am gone, yes, but God has not gone anywhere. His arrow of victory, you haven't. I've just demonstrated to you. That is the Lord's arrow of victory. And that's what you need. You do not need me. My time to go has come. I must go. For the Lord's arrow of victory is still available. What's the Lord saying to us? Any one of us here, the Lord can use. Do not despise yourself. This king was a wicked king, but God was willing to use him. If he obeys, if he obeys and shoots, the Lord is going to give him victory. But the story does not end there. Come on, fall with me and see what happens. The Lord's arrow of victory, the arrow of victory was Syria for you, shall fight the Syrians in Africa until you have made an end of the priesthood of God. It says, the arrow of the Lord, the arrow of victory, shall fight the Syrians until you have made victory over them. In other words, until you have subdued them. That's a promise. What a promise. And I told you, look at this fool. Look at this fool. I hope there's no Joash in this house. I hope there's no Joash in this house. Look at this fool. And then he was told, follow the instruction, please. And I would like you to go and read this. And he says, take the arrows. Now that I have shown you what to do, now take the arrows. And he took them. And he said to the king of Israel, strike the ground with them. And he struck them, and he struck 3 times and stopped.
My Lord.
He struck 3 times and stopped.
Come on, Jesus. Come on, Jesus.
Then the man of God was angry with him and said, you should have struck 5 or 6 times. Then you would have struck down Syria until you had made an end of it. But now you will strike down Syria only 3 times. Lost opportunity. Lost chance. Everything provided for. But a fool, refuses to follow, to obey. He has been told, this is the Lord's arrow of victory. He was told, shoot at the window, and the arrow went and was told, prophetically, that is the Lord's arrow of victory. You will finish the Syrians with it. But now he is told, but now, this is the instruction. Take the arrows shoot the ground. The fellow does it only 3 times and he gets tired.
Wow.
You know what? Joash was not committed to the cause. He was not ready to work hard. Remember I told you, the Lord said, if they are willing to work hard, I'll give them the country. Joash had an opportunity. He had the arrows. He only shot 3 times. And the man of God was angry with him. He said, come on. If only I wish you could have shot at least 5 or 6 times. You did not have to shoot 7 times or 10 times. It was better if you shot even 10 or 20 times. But at least you should have gone beyond 3 to 5 times. The problem here is that this gentleman was not fully committed. He did it half-heartedly. We cannot win this battle if we are not sold out 100%. Our commitment is key. We cannot win the battle. The young man who asked me a question about the John the Baptist. In the days of John the Baptist, the kingdom of heaven does what? Tell them.
From the days of John the Baptist, the kingdom of heaven suffered violence, but the violent take it by force.
The violence taken by what? Force. From the days of John the Baptist, the kingdom of God suffers violence. Come on, if you think that it's bread and butter, we come on Sunday, we sing, we go home. That's what you think. This is war. There's violence. There are people who are paying the price. There are people who do not sleep to see you seated there. There are people who are interceding for you day and night. There are people who are paying the price. There are people who even probably have lost their lives, have lost their properties. Because it's a war. In a war you lose. In a war there's no war where there are no casualties. Don't be fooled. When we are in a battle, there will be casualties. Even in this war, we lose people. Amen. But there are people who are willing to die for others. Jesus died for us. Hallelujah. There are people who are saying, I will pay the price. I will intercede until heaven comes down. I will intercede until Jamaica is saved. I will intercede until every Jamaican dances to the Lord. And the reggae music is turned to Jesus. And every Jamaican is dancing for Jesus. That's what I will do. But if you are like Josh, half-heartedly, you have the opportunity, but you miss it. The Bible says that he only won the battle 3 times as it had been promised. It is there, it is in the scriptures. It is there. Believe me. I know you don't believe it. I'll read it for you. Yeah. Go with me. Look at verse 25. Then Jehoash, the son of Jehoash, took again from Ben-Hadad, the son of Hassel, the cities that he had taken from Jehoash, his father, in war. 3 times the fool Joash written there. Look at that. 3 times Joash defeated him and recovered the cities of Israel. 3 times as it had been told. After that, the Syrians overran Israel. The prophetic word spoken was, the arrow of the Lord, if you shoot, behold, this is what will happen. You will deal with the Syrians until you have defeated them forever. And then he is told, now take the arrow, shoot. He did it half-heartedly. He was tired. How many of us are half-hearted in what we are doing? The Lord has called us into ministry, but we are not fully sold out to it. That's why we cannot benefit. You will only win the battle 3 times. The rest of the time you are defeated. And you are asking, why am I getting defeated? You are not sold out to it. You are not committed to your cause. You need to be committed. You cannot win this battle unless you are committed. The last 3 things in the next 5 minutes, not 2 things, and then I will see. You can only win this battle when you are fully committed. Not like Josh. You must be willing to strike. Not 3 times. Not even 4. I'll go beyond. I will go beyond. I'll do it and I'll do it and do it and do it until I can't do it anymore. I want to make sure that my enemies will never rise against me. Alright, the second one. You must be very courageous. There is no one who wins a war if they are not courageous. Fear is an enemy to victory. The two cannot go together. You must be courageous. Joshua and Caleb were courageous. The rest of the team, there were 12 of them. 10 say they are like grasshoppers. They cannot face the Anakites. But Joshua and Caleb say, no, we can do it. The Bible tells us it's only Joshua and Caleb who made it to Canaan. The rest, they had an opportunity. But because they were fearful and were not courageous, they died in the wilderness. But those who are courageous, they entered and inherited the land. Caleb at the age of 80 said, give me this mountain. I fought for it when I was 40. I surveyed it when I was 40. I'm now 80. I can still take it. Patience, courage is what is given. We cannot win this battle if we are not courageous. It's a serious battle. Amen. The violence, take it by force. The violence, take it by force. You've got to apply some force. The devil is not your cousin. No. Neither is he your brother. You'll never be. He hates you with passion. If he gets an opportunity, he will destroy you. Why are you giving him an opportunity to rule? Work on him. Destroy him. Fight him. You have the courage. You have the power and the anointing. You are not alone. Don't be half-hearted. I like it. You guys say you're warriors. I want you to know. If you read the book of 1 Chronicles chapter 12, David had warriors. Courageous men that joined him for battle. The Bible says that some of them, the Gadites, they had faces like lions. In other words, they were so courageous that their face even turned, they looked like lions. Come on. And David was credited as a man of war. Why? He had courageous warriors. You will not win this battle alone. You will not win it if you are not courageous. You need to be courageous until your face changes and you become like a lion. You are so fierce, you are terrible, that when people look at you, they will see a lion and say, hey! When the devil looks at you, he say, hey, not that one. Come on. You guys say you're warriors. Come on. You need to get the faces of a lion. Read 1 Chronicles chapter 12. You see the guardians. I feel tempted to read that. Let me read it. See, there is lunch, isn't it? There is lunch. Relax. Also, there is lunch. It's good food. We are not going anywhere. Today we are eating here. Well, 1 Chronicles chapter 12.